I'm 41 years old. I went to school for 8 years and paid back 80 grand in student loans to become a physical therapist with a doctoral degree. I've been making six figures for 12 years now, long time, whole boatload of money. I am broke. Our mortgage, we're lucky enough to own a home. Our mortgage is not an overtly huge percentage of our income. We're not big spenders. We don't even spend.
Okay, something not adding up, fam. Something not adding up. You said you went to school for 10 years, right? You had to pay back $80,000. $10,000 per year. Got it. And you've been making over, or he's been making over $100,000 per year on the low end, right? 100,000. That's $1.2 million at least. Where the hell is all this damn money going to? I'm gonna let it go.
We don't even spend on vacations because another piece of privilege is I married into a family that actually has a vacation home on a beach or near a beach. It's very nice. We don't pay to stay there.
Okay.
We're not big spenders. We drive two used cars. And the cost of living has nearly forced us to sell our house and move in with my mother-in-law.
I call cap. I'm calling cap. There is no way in the hell. Okay, I'm thinking maybe they taking crazy trips. Their house they got to be staying in like a $10-12 million home or something like that. But from what he said, again, just going based on what I'm hearing, house don't seem like it's too crazy, right? Their trips that they're taking or whatever, those beach trips, those are pretty much paid for, or they're paid for. Like they're not spending any money. I'm confused. And then y'all have used cars, which means that the car payments, there are no car payments, and then your insurance can't be that doggone high. Like what the? Somebody lying, man.
I guess. I don't know.
He lying.
I didn't go to school for as long as I did and pay back 80 grand in student loans so that I could be broke.
The cost of living? What do you mean?
You know, this economy is horseshit. It's absolute horseshit. Every day I wake up, I seethe with anger.
I got 1,000,000 questions because I'm wondering, right? How long ago did you guys purchase this house? Like, I need to know that, right? I need to know how long ago. I mean, he's been working and been making six figures for at least 12 years, which means you've been out of school for at least 12 years. I'm confused, man. I'm confused. Where the hell is all this doggone money? Where has all this money went to? And where it is? Because he's still working there. So where is all of this money like currently going to? I don't get it. The price of living?
I seethe with anger. And I work in home health and I drive through the countryside and I see gorgeous, 3, 4, 5,000 square foot houses that are being built brand new. And they're being built by boomers.
Okay.
Yeah. Because nobody who's 41 years old right now has $500,000, 750 grand to spend on a brand new house.
Okay.
The average American household income is like 75 grand. The average American income for a household needed to buy a house is around 125 grand.
I don't know how true that is. I have to look at those. I don't know where he's getting these facts, data, statistics from. Now, when you said no one that's 41 years of age, I'm not 40, but I know a few 30-some-year-olds that can afford this with, a husband and wife, but I'm still like, we on a completely different subject right now, fam. I'm trying to figure out what the freak has happened to your damn money. Like, Like, it got to be a drug addiction, a gambling problem, something. Somebody got some holes on the side. Something is going on. We need to know.
It's insanity.
It is.
The only reason, get this, the only reason that I actually have been prevented from selling our house is because of TikTok. I have another account with, it's coming up on 190,000 followers. My wife and I randomly had a video get 32 million views. And overnight, we were content creators. And at that moment, it was an absolute life preserver that we started making money from our content. TikTok has kept us, and we do monetize on YouTube as well, but not nearly to the degree of TikTok. TikTok has kept me from having to sell my house.
Cap. I call Cap. I know a million different TikTok influencers and things like that. And he said 32 mil. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all can go check this out, but you're making $100,000 per year, over $100,000 per year, which means you're somewhere around somewhere between 8, 10 on the low end. $8,000 to $10,000 per month, something like that. And you're saying that TikTok has saved y'all because you had a video that did 32 million views. Cap. I'm gonna look this up. Real quick, but I don't think that, you know, you get a buttload of freaking money from TikTok. I've heard a lot of people talk about how trash TikTok's AdSense or whatever you want to call it is worth. Okay, he said 32 million views, right? 32 million views on, and it would be completely different if it's like a sponsored video. But if you're just talking about just TikTok alone, nah, my friend, nah, something ain't right. Something is not right. Let me see, where is, because it's saying on average, creators earn about $20 to $40 per million views. I don't know. Somebody down in the comments, please let me know. But based on all the TikTok creators that I have spoken with, they have said time and time again, the payout on TikTok is trash, bro. Unless you have sponsors, you know. But yeah, I think this dude is capping, man. And hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it. But right now, I just call cap. I don't know why he's lying, but it's clear that these are definitely lies. But that man cooked.
If you'd have fucking told me when I was in school, when I was at the classroom building downtown, studying at midnight and probably into the early morning for a test the next day or the day after that hey, one day, the only reason you won't have to sell your house because of the cost of living is because of this social media app that you're going to make videos on, and people are going to watch them, and that's the only reason you won't have to sell your house. And I haven't talked about any of this directly to this point because I guess the tariffs today doing what they're doing to the stock market, and on top of that, China pushing the pause button on the TikTok deal.
Okay. I think I done figured it out now. Okay. Everything makes sense now. I'm gonna let this man finish, but okay, everything makes sense now.
Because of the tariffs against the Chinese, the nation of China, it put me over the edge today. So I really hate it here.
Then leave. It's as simple as that, fam. Leave. If you hate it here, leave. Nobody is keeping you here. Like, I cannot, I don't understand why in the heck people do that. If you don't like a job, quit. If you don't like where you are, leave. You got 2 feet. I'm pretty sure you got some bags. Go ahead and pack them things and get the hell out of Dodge. Like, sitting here and complaining is not it, fam.
I really hate it here. And again, let me make sure you guys understand. I'm a straight white, raised in church guy.
Privilege.
You know, people like me run the world. I get that. There's a whole lot of privilege behind what I'm saying, but wow. What a shitty way for this all to have turned out. If you'd have told 18-year-old me, yeah, you're going to get a doctorate in the healthcare field. You're going to be a physical therapist. You're going to help a lot of sick people get well. Oh, by the way, by the time you're 41,
By the way, we appreciate you for that. Like, you know, I want to make sure that I go ahead and throw that out there. Like, anybody that's in that field, trust and believe, I worked around those people. I know it's tough. So anybody that does that, listen, appreciate it. But at the end of the day, if you don't like where you are, you can go. You can leave. But we do appreciate you for what you have done, though.
you won't be able to fix your own car. I had to borrow money from my parents last fall when a hurricane came 300 miles inland and it damaged my roof. I did not have the money to pay the insurance premium so that my house could be repaired. And then my car.
The very first thing that you're going to pay most of the time is the cost of living, which is going to be your house, rent, mortgage, or whatever. The next thing is either credit card bills or a car, right? Factor in car note, car insurance, like those things like that. But you're telling me, and then you start thinking about like other stuff. It starts to kind of like go down to like, what are you doing on a day-to-day basis? Like, how are you spending all this money? You know, I'm gonna let them.
My car needed a lot of work done to it. Don't have the money for that. My dad just so happens to be, another piece of privilege, just so happens to be a brilliant mechanic. And he fixed it. And, I'm going to pay him back for the parts, but he's saying, don't worry about paying me back for the labor. Probably $1,000 in labor. It's roughly $1,500 to fix my car, which I use for work. Yeah. So unless people keep watching our videos on this app, on that other account, we're gonna have to sell this motherfucker. Also, I have high cholesterol, and I got put on 10 milligrams of rosuvastatin, which has cut my LDL cholesterol in half. Thank God, because I don't want to die of a stroke in my 50s or a heart attack. But I'll just bet the stress of this entire financial situation has contributed to that. But there's no time for that. Got to go back to work. So I don't know.
I don't know either, bro.
You know, the president signed a 75-day extension because China pushed pause on the deal. I don't know. Yeah, other millennials, you let me know in the comments, man. I know it's not going well. It's not going well. I can't buy my wife a present when I want to. I can't buy my daughter a present when I want to. There's no money. There's no money. Awesome.
What the freak did I just watch? That, man, ain't no way. Ain't no mother flipping way. I am blown away by what I just watched. It's so much to unpack here. And you can tell it was like so much deception, so many lies. And anybody that honestly believes this crap, I'm gonna pray for y'all. This is crazy, man. You're telling me a guy, right? A guy that is married, they have a house. And according to what he was saying, it wasn't anything crazy. You know what I mean? When he started talking about the other houses that he was looking at across the bridge or whatever, those 5,000 square foot homes or whatever are being put up. So I'm guessing somewhere between the ranges of 200 and something thousand, maybe $300,000-$400,000 home, somewhere along those lines. But you have a wife. Hopefully, she's helping in some way. I don't know, man. But you're making over $100,000. You don't have to worry about a crazy car bill, crazy insurance, because you both have used cars. When it's time to go on vacation, your wife's family already has a beach house that y'all can vacation at, which means that you married into money. Their family already has bread. And from what you were saying, you're not doing anything crazy. You're just in, quote unquote, like an average white guy, right? Go to church, was raised in a church. Y'all aren't doing anything crazy. Where the heck is this $10,000 per month? Where is that going to? I need to know. And again, after he started to speak, and then when he started talking about the medications and stuff, I'm wondering, I'm like, yo, is this dude high? Maybe maybe he gonna take the post down a little bit. Maybe he's high. That could be a good reason. Now let me stop. But when he started to talk about the tariffs and Trump and TikTok, just a little light bulb kind of went off in my head. I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay. Right. This is like a quick little gut check. That's what it seemed like, a quick little gut check to Trump, the Republicans, blaming the economy and everything like that. But fam, there are so many holes and stuff in your story that that's one of the reasons why you're probably going viral right now, why this video is going viral. Because people can sense the bull crap in your story. It makes absolutely no sense. I'm blown away, but I want to hear from y'all, man. I'm gonna stop this video right here because I feel like this would be an all-day type of podcast type of video that we can do, but I'm gonna end it right here. I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on this guy right here? Do y'all really believe anything? I mean, anything that he has said in this video? If you do, please drop it down in the comments and let's talk about it. Maybe it's something I'm missing. Anyway, until the next time, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Well, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Blueberry, Burberry, butternut. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna. Whoa.